If you just clicked on this channel, you're gonna hear things about travel nursing, being healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, and probably some funny stories about things that I encounter as a travel nurse. So, welcome to this channel. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that way you get notifications anytime I upload a video. And share it with somebody. If you know somebody that's a nurse or maybe interested in becoming a travel nurse, or somebody that's just got all the things I just mentioned that they could benefit from, I don't mind you sharing. But this channel, you'll see me driving a lot because that's what I do. I am a travel nurse. I have been a travel nurse now almost 2 years. I do home health. So I have done home health for 11 years maybe. And I actually got into travel nursing by mistake. I had put in for a job and I didn't know it was a travel position, but it was. And they said, "Oh, you live like 30 miles from the office, so you don't qualify." And I said, "Well, tell me about travel nursing. How do you qualify?" So she got to telling me how much money I could make. And so I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. I've been doing this for years, home health nursing. And I thought, why not do what I do and make 3 times the money for it? So I ended up, I had 3 contracts out, and of course it would be the one that's the farthest, and it was an assignment in the metro Atlanta area, and I live in North Georgia, very north, close to Tennessee north. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna try this. And I remember the first week that I was going down there, my plans were getting a camper. I definitely didn't want to stay down there by myself. It is Atlanta. I didn't want to spend all that money that they were going to give me for housing and stuff. I didn't want to spend that on extended stays and places like that I probably would feel the most safe. So I just said, well, okay, I'll drive. So I drive every day. And I'm hour and 30 minutes, hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, it depends on traffic. I have figured it out after almost 2 years how to beat the traffic most days. So I enjoy it. I love it. I really don't mind the long drive. Traffic, not a very big fan of that. Atlanta traffic, it's one of the worst. I think they said it's in the top 10 in the world. And I know the busiest airport in the world is there in Atlanta. So yeah, lots of traveling. So I'll be talking a lot about that. This video, I just kind of want to tell you a little bit about what the channel will be about. I am married. I've had my husband for, 30 plus years. Yeah, we have 2 grown sons. And our oldest son is actually in RN school. He wants to do travel nursing. And so that just tickles my heart. My other son is a mechanic like his dad. So, I guess one will take after one and one will take after the other. So I have a good family. Before I was a nurse, I worked as a prison guard, correctional officer, I think is what most people like to be called, but I was just a prison guard. Yeah. I worked in an all-male prison in Georgia. It was one of the disciplinary institutions for the state, so We always got the ones that had bad behavioral problems. I was in a couple of bad disturbances or riots, whatever you want to call them. Didn't get hurt by the grace of God, and saw a lot of things. I worked there almost 12 years. I could write a book about prison and my experiences there. I finally got wise one day and said, you know what, I never did try to go up in rank, or I never did try to become a sergeant or a lieutenant or any of that. That never interested me. I did not want to do that. And so I thought, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to go to nursing school. So I did. I ended up going to nursing school. And here I am, you know. Let's see. How many years? 13 years later. So I've had two careers, I guess you could say. And I'll probably, you know, have some prison stories on here. You know, whatever interests people, you can always put a comment below and tell me what you'd like to hear. Yeah. I was actually very young. I was 21 when I went to work in that prison, and I'll be honest with you, that's too young. And I was there till I was 32. So, bad place. Wouldn't advise anybody to try to go to prison. Georgia is not a, yeah, they don't have the luxuries, I guess, that some federal prisons they say have, but that's a whole nother topic. Health-wise, you can see I've been shaking my little bottle here. Unicity. One of my friends in Atlanta actually turned me on to this. I'm drinking what they call Unimate. I think it's spelled Unimate. And it's the Feel Good diet or the Feel Great diet, something like that. Anyway, it's this powder supplements. This is a lemon one. It's actually not too bad. It's very lemony. It's just as lemon as it looks. And it's in cold water. And so I drink on that. I try to sip on that. You know, I'll have this drink in probably an hour. I'm actually headed to the supermarket right now to get a couple of things. And so it is Sunday morning. It's Father's Day. Yeah. So, yeah. My shout outs to all the dads out there. You know, the moms that had to be dads, the stepdads that had to be the dad, the adopted dads that had to be dad. You know, it's your day. And happy Father's Day. So, the health journey I was telling you about, this is a supplement. It's best drinking in the mornings. It has a little bit of caffeine in it. It sort of helps get you going. It helps you maintain a fast longer. Intermittent fasting is something that I have been doing. prison all those years, you have to qualify with different types of weapons. So I have a pretty good aim, and I don't want to hurt anybody, but I will protect myself. And so, you got to be smart. You got to be smart. But I can tell you things that has worked for me as far as feeling better emotionally. And I'll tell you what really, really helped me more than anything was the Lord. Yeah. I had to surrender. I had to give him all that negative stuff. I had to give him all that anxiety, all that depression. Anxiety and depression is just really, it's like having, it's a down payment on worrying about something that may never even happen. So I'll definitely give you more tips about that, things that has helped me. My channel is for educational, entertainment purposes only. I definitely hope you will check back and continue to watch some of the videos. You'll see different things. Like I said, most of the time you'll probably see me driving a lot because that's what I do. Yeah, I drive. I love my job. I love my family. I love the Lord. And I want to see good things happen to people. When I decided to do this channel, I had been watching these videos of these people living in their cars and their vans, and I'm intrigued by that. I don't know why, but there's a couple of folks that I do enjoy watching. One is this little lady, and it's called Vivian's Van Adventures. She probably wouldn't mind me telling you about her channel. I don't know her. I've never met her. I've only been watching her on YouTube. And, I don't know. That little lady, I think me and her could be friends. Yeah. And she lives in her van. And she's got her little dog. And, yeah, I just enjoy watching her. There's another lady called Lulu's Way. She's from Massachusetts. And she has a home base, but she also takes trips and stays in her van for weeks. Yeah. She's got the cutest little van. She's just pimped her out a van, I guess you could say. It is the cutest thing. And I enjoy watching her, and she is a health nut. And I will tell you what she has turned me on to is Japanese sweet potatoes. I have looked everywhere where I live. Can't be found, even at Publix and Kroger, two big grocery chains. I found them last Sunday at Trader Joe's. Yeah. And, oh man, they're so good. But she is a health nut, and she's lost a lot of weight. And so I enjoy watching her travel and talk about her health. So I thought, if those folks can inspire somebody like me, maybe I can inspire others. And, I love people. Sometimes I don't like them. You know how that is. We're all human. None of us are perfect. Sometimes people get on our nerves. Yeah. It's just life, but you gotta keep on loving them, and I love people. I see a variety of clients in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. I see people from Buddhism to being a Muslim to Christians, and I will tell you, the Muslim faith, they are probably the nicest to me. Very, very courteous, very welcoming. They want to give you something before you leave. It's a tradition for them to give you some candy or some water or some homemade cookies. Yeah, I get that from the Muslims, not the Christians. It's really funny, yeah. But I see Hindus, I see black, white, Middle Eastern folks, Asians, Japanese, Chinese. I see gay, straight, trans. I see them all. I don't have to agree with their religious beliefs or their identities, their sexual orientation. I don't have to agree with that, but you know what? I'm going to be the best nurse that I can for these folks. I took my oath very seriously. I'm not there to judge them. It's not my job. We can agree to disagree. But I would not do any less for somebody that's different from me. And I think that's what makes a good nurse. Not saying man that I am, but I do try. And so I want to just share my journey with you and make you laugh sometimes. I do have some stories. Some of my home health patients, they're like, Tammy, have you got a new story this week? And it's all true. It's all true stuff. Yeah. But anyway, I do hope you're off to a good day. Let me just encourage you. Don't let anybody steal your joy or your peace. It is up to you to be happy. Nobody else is responsible for your happiness. And it took me a long time to figure that out. And so I stay high on life by staying busy. I am the happiest when I'm active. When I'm a couch potato, I'm doomy and gloomy. I'm no fun to be around. And my spirit is like at the bottom. So I try to stay busy on Sundays. I try to do meal prepping for the week, and we always have family dinner on Sunday. We were in church. My husband was actually a deacon at a church, and I'll have to do a video on that. Very sad how things went down. We just could not be a part of where, the pastor is breaking the bylaws of the church and doing criminal activity. Yeah, so big shocker, and I'll have to do a video on that if anybody would want to hear about that. But being in church is a good thing, to be able to congregate with other people, other believers. That's a good thing. But being in church, it's not the ticket to heaven. You do need to get the word in and to be fed spiritually. But it's a personal relationship you have with the Lord. And the Bible says where there's two or more gathered, He's there. So, I can have church with my family. There's some folks I do enjoy watching. I'm not a big televangelist person. I do like to hear Dr. David Jeremiah. And there's a church, Cornerstone. I think it's non-denominational. I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and he's pretty on point. So I do like to watch that. I think they're out of Virginia, maybe. I'm not a big fan of like Joel Osteen, or I used to watch Joyce Meyer all the time, but I'm just not big on women pastors. I do think a woman can evangelize, but I was reading that she was actually a pastor of some church in Missouri. That's not what I believe. But I used to, and she has some good points on things. I've read her books and stuff. But you have to be careful what you feed yourself, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually. So with that said, we will end this video.